So, hey, my name is Vera Sampon, and I am the managing director of Sampon Social Service. It is a social institution and an international organization. We are based in Germany, where we organize and we offer social services for families and coaching, counseling for young people. We have programs with students, and so we are recognized as a body for children and youth. And in German, one would say Freie Träger der Kinder- und Jugendhilfe. So we are working in the area of youth, children and youth. And in Germany, children and youth begins from 0 years of age to about 27 years of age. So that's our working range as youth. So if you're in this age, then you fall under the category of youth, and we're working with those people. And of course, we also give parent education, and we work with the government so that we can be able to support the migrant parents, especially here in Germany. And of course, we are intending also to transmit these programs in the different parts of the the world so that many people can experience from our different services. So at the moment, we are working on an international level. We have programs in Cameroon. We network with institutions in Cameroon, in Namibia, in South Africa, in Nigeria, in Kenya, in Ghana. And of course, we are intending to expand. And in Germany, we are at the moment in two regions, and we want to expand or two regions. Let's put these regions, and we want to expand more. So, yes, today I want to be talking on networking because if you have observed me by now, and if you have been following us by now, you understand that I am a preacher of networking because I have gained a lot from networking. So I understand the power, the effect, blessings that can come as a result of purposeful and conscious networking. And so networking entails, of course, having relationship with different kinds of people, on the business at the business level, on a business level, or again creating friendships at this level. So that's why I am someone who really likes networking, will network, and will encourage every other person to network, because I know that networking is so important for the growth of any institution and any business. No wonder it is said your network is your net worth. So today in my conversation, I want to be giving you six reasons why working with other people fail. Six reasons. Of course, there are more other reasons, but I just want to elaborate on six of the reasons. Before I go to elaborate in the six reasons, I want you to first of all understand what purposeful networking means. And I have defined purposeful networking, taking into consideration my personal experiences. So I have not gone to check in Google and to check in any dictionary. I have defined it according to the experiences I have met for the past 12 years, working with over 300 organizations and being, of course, board directors in many, 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 many organizations. So I'm talking based on these experiences. Okay. So, what is purposeful networking? I define purposeful networking as it is the conscious and willful decision to create relationships by working, connecting, associating, or joining a person, a group, a people, or again an organization for a specific, well known reason or goals, with the intention to seek for help, to seek for support, seek for information, and of course to grow positively. So I want you to take note of the three words in this definition. It is conscious, it is relationship, and it's intentional. Right, so those are the words you don't want to forget. So it is conscious, it is a relationship, and intentional. What does this mean for us? This means that the decision to be a networker must be a conscious one, and with a well defined goal for or with a specific person relationship, or a specific group relationship, or a specific organization relationship. And now, if your goals are well defined, that intention is well defined, and you are not if your goals are well defined, or are not well defined, and you are not conscious of the why you want to belong to a particular group, organization, or person, you will not succeed in proper networking, and you will not also have a real successful business relationships. And this of course will hinder your success in business, will hinder you from getting real good money, because your network is your net worth. It means that your relationships that you're building can bring you to good contracts, to good contracts. And if you don't have these people that you can really network with them and have good contracts, excuse me, why are you even opening a business? So and so you want to become very intentional about creating good relationships. Well, for some people, I want to make a difference between corrupt relationship and good relationships, right? So good relationship means that we consciously agree. We may not even be friends per se, but we can be business friends. I don't know if you've heard that word, business friends. So the intention of our coming together is because of business. So we don't want to put the emotions in it, and we don't want to put all this yes, the emotions and into it to destroy our relationship and our business relationship. Okay, so let's go straight to the six reasons why it is so difficult to work with other people. The six, those are my six main reasons. You can add up your own. Please put it put it down in the link below. Let us know what your own reasons are why it is difficult for you to work with other people if you're in that category, and why you have been working alone all these years with a lot of people willing to support you. Let us know why it has been so difficult for you to work with other people successfully. I see a lot of self-employed, they're doing all the work themselves. What is making you do all that work yourself? Let me know below, and let us know so we can better exchange and learn from one another. Right, so these are my six reasons why relationship or business relationships are really difficult, and it makes that people do not want to work with one another. The very first one is the lack of proper understanding about networking and working together. People do not understand what it means to work together. We mix that up with platonic relationship, with romance relationship, with friendship relationship, and all that. Working together has some principles, and then we have to understand that it is not like we have come to make friends with you, but we have to stay focused on the agenda that is bringing you and me together. Let's take, for example, you're working on empowering women, and I come to you and I say, I want us to work together because your organization is doing on women empowerment, and we're having a training session that the government has sponsored us so that we can train women. Now I want to work with your organization. So when I come to you, I'm not coming to you because you are just an African. I'm not coming to you because you're my friend. I'm coming to you because of that purpose. You're having the customers that I need. You have the targeted groups that I need. And therefore, I am focused on my target groups and I want to do my business and get away out of that place. Now, the problem we have is with other people now come and think, how are you, and all this, and we're dealing, darling, and drawing and doing things, which is good if it goes to that point. But if we don't get to reaching to the point of being friends, even though we have done things together, it's also no problem. We can become business friends, we can become acquaintance, we can become whatever and still deal with people in kind and nice way. But it doesn't mean that we are by all means friends attached to emotions and all that to it. Okay, so it's so important that we understand the proper meaning of networking and how to work with one another. Once we have done this and we are professional, we will now know how to properly set our goals and set our boundaries. Right. And when you set your boundaries, it doesn't mean that you're not the kind person. It doesn't mean that you're not someone with whom we can work or trustworthy. No, it's that you just want to stay professional. And we have to learn to become professionals. Okay. And they may be difficult for some people, but if you really want to make good money, you must learn to be professional. All right. So the next step, the second point would be the intellectual arrogance. This is a killing one. Intellectual arrogance have destroyed a whole lot of working together. So because you know how to do chicken much better, and you've been specialized and you always read on about chicken, and you read about how to grow up chicken, you read about a lot of things around chicken, and you go further to read about poetry, you go further to read about all these things. Google gives you information. So you now think that because you know how to Google and get to do the research, automatically you know everything. This is a big lie from the pit of hell and will destroy working together. No one is a master of everything. There is no such person on this earth. And therefore, even if you're having a mastery, let's say on social media platforms, you do not even have a mastery on Twitter. You don't have a mastery at the same time on what are the names of those social media platforms? You don't have all the mastery of it, right? So you have one, and therefore stay on that and let people know that is where you are, and you are willing to work with other people. So intellectual arrogance is another reason why working together fails. Most people believe they know everything, coupled with the fact that we can read books as well, or Google as well. What we forget is that the real deal is never written in the books completely. And another thing is, Google never gives you all the real deals. These little tips and tricks that I know because I went through it, you will never know by reading into a book. So, reading in a book, you have the theory part of it, but let's get into business, into the practical part of it. Then that's when you realize you just knew nothing. No wonder many businesses start and they fail. Okay, so, and another third point, the third point is ignorance of the advantage of networking. Oh my goodness. How many times I've heard people say it's difficult to work with Africans, it's difficult to work with this and that person, it's difficult to do this and to do that. And we are struggling and struggling, doing all the work by ourselves, and yet we are not having all the money by ourselves. Imagine people having thousands of followers, and the question, I wished when they had thousands of followers, they had also thousands of millions euros in their account. That would be a different thing. You're having thousands of followers, and you know you can't offer all the services to these thousands of followers. Why don't you network with professionals so that they can offer services to your thousand of followers, and of course, so that your followers remain and always have something to get from you. No, you just cannot see beyond. And that's why it's difficult, because we become self centered, egoistic, even to our detriment, and that's so terrible. So the ignorance of seeing the advantage of working with other people is so dangerous. It's a very big one. Before I used to think that Satan was a black man with a horn on his head. No, but nowadays I realize that it is ignorant. Ignorant means darkness, and once you're ignorant of the advantages of networking, you not even want to try. And when you try the first time, you fail, you put the blame on the other person rather than putting the blame on yourself. How many people I have spoken with, I don't want to call names, but I've spoken to people and I've given them concept tips, and they turned behind and said, if I am giving them these tips and concept, then I must be getting something bigger. Ooh, what kind of mindset is that? And therefore, they refuse even to understand, to get the tips or to work with it. And when they do it secretly. I give you counseling and you go to start up the thing, you do it secretly, as though I was going to come steal again what I have given you. Do we get it? No, we have not gotten. If you get it, the day you understand how powerful networking is, especially strategic and purposeful networking, you will never want to do something again all by yourself, except those things that you're really called to do and that you do them without waste of time and energy. So I want to encourage you to get into understanding the advantages of really working with other people, and consciously, purposefully, and of course, intentionally. Fourth point is self limitation. And organizations, oh my God, organizations, even religious organizations, that will say the other organization doesn't do what we are doing, they don't have the same goals, and therefore we can't work with them. And then I'm asking myself, but is that not the right people with whom you should work? Because at least they have the targeted groups. Even though they don't have the same goal, we don't have the same goals, but we may have the same targeted people. If you are here in Germany like I am, you realize that most migrants and their organizations are clients for most German institutions. So each time a German institution writes a project about migrants, we fall into that category. So we gladly get into the category of being client for the other institutions. Now, if we have understood that it was good to our self limitation, that we had cancelled the self limitations and the self sabotaging, then we'll be able to work better with one another, and we will no longer be fighting who is doing what, who is not doing what. I'm always asking myself the question, if we all have the same goals, how do we impact now differently to those different people that are outside the world? I think because we really do not have the same goals, that is the more reason why we should create a possibility to work together so that we can enlarge our tentacles and meet more people in diverse ways. Point number five is the insecurities and fears. This is a big one. Anyone I see walking alone, I just know you have insecurities and fears. Take it or leave it. Anyone. And I was talking to my employee today and I was like, what is so difficult in working with people except for the fact that people are afraid? You're afraid they will steal your ideas. And the last time I had a good business conversation with Dr. Alexander Malfoy, he said, each time an idea drops into your heart, be very sure that 1,000 other people are having the same idea, same minute. The difference is the boldness, the smartness, the faster you are to put yours on paper and start working. If not, no idea is only for you and ever would be. Right? So these insecurities make us not want to work with people because we think when I'm working with company A, they will steal from me. You know what? They will always steal, by the way, if they want to steal. Not that I'm justifying people who steal ideas, but you can't stop that. Is that true? And if you can't stop that, so why bother even on working your mind, brain on that? And destroying your own health by thinking, why are they doing this and why are they not doing that? Right? On the contrary, Do your own work and stay focused. Stay focused. Walk your fears. Walk your fears. Walk those unknown insecurities. Walk them out by being conscious of the fact that you are afraid that someone can steal your idea, and then therefore you will stay there. But you know what? As long as you stay there with that fear, you will also not have those 6 digits money in your account. So be very sure you can choose to stay where you are with your one idea and never really improve, work alone, and then stay there. But I want to encourage you, like Dr. Alexander Manfo said, prosumers is the best deal for the growth of any business. So get people involved, work with people, and work your own fears and insecurities. That takes you to developing your identity and your personality. When that is done, then you can sit on any table with anybody. You can strategically have deals well done. Of course, with the mindset you want to impact more, not with the mindset, are they stealing from me? Um, how is it going to be? No. Once you have that kind of mindset, no one even wants to work with you because you attract what you are, right? And so some people will just look at you, but from a distance. Like I look some people always from a distance, and of course, I'm sure some people look at me always from a distance. But that's part of the game. So let's walk our fears and our insecurities. And of course, the last one is we must consistently fight against the colonial mindset and the poverty mentality. The poverty mentality is a lack of creativity. We lack to creativity, and so we always think that if I do work with this person, now that she's stealing my idea, I may not even have another idea. How do I go about it? We have that mentality that makes us always be in lack, in want, and in lack, so much so that we really forget that the universe got space for all of us. We forget that the universe got so much opportunities for all of us. And because we forget that quickly, we stay on a small portion and we are still not able to really be the best version of ourselves. Hey, release it, release it, release it. Make good use of networking. So these are my 6 reasons why working with other people fail. But from today, I encourage you, be strategic in your working with people. Don't make friendship with people. Be professional, be strategic, except your goal is to make friendship. If your goal is not to make friendship and you want to network with me, please be strategic. And if I want to work with you, I will be strategic. And please, when I am strategic, I'm getting the win. So get your wins and let us communicate, let us dialogue, let us negotiate. Negotiating with a win-win mindset, AA mindset, knowing that it's about the people, even though we want to have the gift of it through money, right? So these were my 6 points and my 6 reasons, and out of experiences and out of what I have seen around me. And so maybe you have other reasons why working with others really fail. Please leave your comment below. Do not forget to subscribe in this video. This is your platform and we're here to learn. We want to grow together and we want to have a collective growth. Remember, your success alone in our community is not enough. We need a collective security to achieve the Africa that we want, or again, to achieve this world that we want. According to Agenda 2030, we have to work in partnership to be able to achieve the global change. My name is Vera Sompon, and I am the managing director of Sompon Social Service International. And I will be glad to see you again in the next video. Please do not forget to subscribe. And if there was anything that you learned, you picked out of it, please notify, also note down, and let's share points of view. Let's exchange. This is your platform. This is my platform. And we are here to learn so that our businesses can really improve and we can make good money. That's why you're in business, right? Thank you so much, and let's meet in the next video. Bye.